So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Ready? Let go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Come on, come on. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Ready?
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Let's go. Ready?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, look at this Arizona defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
In motion goes the tight end. A man who played collegiately in nearby Tempe, the old Sun Devil, it's Rashad White. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Buffalo 18. Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Look at the big fella go.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Ready, ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cardinals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Saints 3. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 63 yards.
Oh, what a play there. They're going to motion a running back out of the backfield and create an empty set. And that puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line because normally that's a pass play where the ball comes out fast. In this case, they have to protect a little bit longer. They take the shot downfield, and it pays off with big yardage.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
7 yards there in a 1st down screen play.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And his defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Come on, come on. Hey, cowboy in. Safety Ranger, Safety Ranger. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cards are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside the 20. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints are able to move back in front. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They went backwards for the safety last time they had it. Fortunately, they get the ball back on the turnover, and now we'll begin with a 1st and 10.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
At the 15-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Naylor, right side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the jump.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Return of 11 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 70 Rangers, 70 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Dragon 60.
They'll drop the throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing is Arsenal. Throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19, Mustang 19. Check smash, check smash. That's your man, that's your man.
He'll look to throw.
Open man is Naylor. He's got it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
17 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Ready? Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Get it. Tackle, Viking, and Steve. 79 Broncos.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback.
And got his man complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Trey Palmer, 35 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. Dragon 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man here is Benson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Ready? Set up. 19 Lions.
Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come on. Set. Pass the 60. Pass. Go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he stopped immediately there. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
Touchdown, New Orleans! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Groupie for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Saints 27, Cardinals 7. Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's Arsenault operating from the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Arsenault from the gun on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready, go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on third and goal.
18 reps, 70 Lions. Mustang 19.
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Cardinals 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 19.
They'll throw now on the final play. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Saints.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Viking 18. Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Crack all 80. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second-half blowout material.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
This is 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on.
They stay on the ground with White. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go, here we go. Panthers get paid.
A first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A 6-yard pickup.
A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go, set.
Slot man moves right. Running here with White. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check mash, check mash.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Cards are able to cut into that deficit. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well,
this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, looks like they'll move things around here.
Trap 60, trap 60.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
70 Timberwolves. 65 Cats. 65 Cats.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
70 Timberwolves.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat. Go.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
19.
Second and 11. That one complete to Naylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. First
Let's
and
go
10
now.
at the
79
36-yard
Grock.
line.
Cowboy 80.
They'll set up the throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
That's quickly out to Harrison. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard.
Hands it off out of the gun. Breaks through the contact. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
First down.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
Ready. Shot alert. Shot. Ready.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
Hurry.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
One more time with Benson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, McLaughlin. and shoved through the tackle. Taken down at the 30.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, it's hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timeout.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer, 29 yards. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So that one, his fourth touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Cardinals 26.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Mustang 19. 65 catch, 65 catch. Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
That's another.
Now an audible here into something else.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Get it. Cougar 19.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready. Set up. Ready.
Back to throw here. at this point down big. You'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop him from all angles. This time the tight end gets him.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Ready.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Reno, let's go.
The give is to McLaughlin. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great.
Okay,
they get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A carry from McLaughlin. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Arsenault now throwing to start the drive. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. Cowboy 80. Let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Ready, ready?
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Ready, go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. They'll look to set up his blockers. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
15 yards. And the Saints, first down. A gain of 15.
Here we go, here we go.
Saints.
70 Lions. Ready.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.